you guys, thanks so much for clicking on my channel. All Smiles Over Here. I am Sanja. It's like asking a question. Will Sanja help you keep your smile for the day? And hopefully the answer is yes, you guys. I'm going to try to keep along with y'all. Know if it gets good, I'm going to keep on talking. The golden nugget today is, if Horton hears a who, then surely Source has heard your request. If Horton hears a who, then surely Source have heard your request. What am I talking about? If Horton hears a who? Y'all know the movie is based on Dr. Seuss or what have you. Horton is an elephant and he's in this jungle of Nool, N-O-O-L. And in this jungle while he's trouting around or whatever, a speck of dust goes across him and he hears something on that speck of dust. And what he discovers is that on that speck of dust is a city, and the residents on there, they're called Whoville. The city's called Whoville. So he hears them, but he can't see them. And mind you, this is a speck of dust. You guys know what a speck of dust is. You know when you open your blinds or you open your door and the ray of sunshine comes through and you see all these particles floating in that ray of sunshine or whatever. All those small tiny pieces are specks of dust. Now Horton only saw one speck of dust. Mind you, a city is on that speck of dust, which means the residents is smaller than a speck of dust. But the thing is, Horton could hear them, but he couldn't see them. Now we talk about having faith, and we always say, if you have the faith the size of a mustard seed, now a speck of dust is smaller than the size of a mustard seed. So if Horton can hear the who's in Whoville talking and laughing and saying whatever, then surely you know the Source most certainly hears you, has heard your request. The thing is that we have to do what? Stay aligned and connected. When you're aligned and connected, that means you have what? Source at your forefront, moving in and through you. Thus, you're moving in your life with clarity, right? Which means you have the faith the size of a mustard seed. Just, it could be small. It could be the size of a speck of dust. And Source hears you. The thing is, y'all, we keep going back to Source, saying, Source, I want this. I would like this. I would like this. I would like this. The same thing, the same thing, the same thing. And Source said, I heard you the first time. I'm working on this thing. I'm working on this thing. And I told y'all, sometimes Source would choose to do it by himself. He would choose to say, I don't want your hand in it. I'm going to do this alone. And in the meantime, in between time, he has you in the journey, building your character, building your attitude, building your happiness, building your joy, building all the characteristics of all that you have within you, so that when he presents that request to you, you will take care of it. You will be a good steward over it. You will know that I am blessed and highly favored. You won't mistreat it, abuse it, or anything of that nature. Why? Because you have been prepped and prepared, and you have gone through the proper necessary steps to build your character to take care of that thing. You get what I'm saying? Now, the thing is, Source may decide, I do want you to put your hands in it. And then when you're aligned and connected, Source will give you the proper actions to put in. You get what I'm saying? And then it will come to you. But in the meantime, in between time, stop asking Source for the same old, same old. He heard you the first time. If Horton hears a who in Whoville on a speck of dust, then surely God, Source, hears every single request that you put in every single time you request it. So there's no need to go back and ask for the same thing. He's working on it. And if you haven't seen it yet, then he's building your character so that you can receive that thing. You get what I'm saying? So listen, don't you worry about a thing. Stay aligned and connected. Stay aligned and connected. And walk about in smiles. Remember the other day I told you, I heard this song, Raise Your Hand If You're Sure. I told you guys, when you're sure, you're walking around in confidence. Walk around in confidence, you guys. It's going to come into fruition. For some of y'all, it's been taking a minute, but hey, maybe that's how long it's taken to build your character to receive that whatever it is that you have requested. Whether it's a house, a car, a healing, a new promotion, your hair to get longer. I don't know what y'all requested the Source. I have no idea. But in between that time, just be grateful and thankful in the process of you growing to build your character, so that when you get that thing, that request, that manifestation comes, you're going to take care of it. You're going to be a good steward over it, okay? Y'all, I just want to drop that by you guys. But I remember that I was cleaning. Y'all know it's Monday, so I was cleaning up and what have you, and mopping and sweeping and dusting and all that other good. And I was like, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about? And that came to me. Horton hears a who. And I was like, what in the world that got to do with anything? And then it sort of reminded me of how Horton was able to hear Whoville, the little residents on Whoville, traveling on a speck of dust. The speck of dust was their planet. Okay, you get what I'm saying? And like I told y'all, the size of a mustard seed is far bigger than a speck of dust. So if Horton hears a who in Whoville on a speck of dust, then surely, like I told you guys before, Source hears every request that you have put in and that you're going to put in. And he's working on a thing. And you're going to get it. Just be patient. What does patient mean? A lot of people think patient has to do with a lot of time. Just be patient with the time. Patient to me means that it's trust. It's a trust thing. Because when you trust, you forget about time. You don't think about the time. You don't think about, oh, I need to get this done by this. I have to have it by this. I have to have it by this. No. Source, when Source brings manifestations into your fruition, you're not worried about time. It's all, let's just say this, it's always on time. I think Dottie People sing the song, He's an on time God. Yes, He is. He may not come when you want Him, but He'll be there right on time because He's an on time God. Yes, He is. He's always on time. So have some patience. Patience, trust. And in your trusting, you'll see that you're going to be more grateful, which means you're not going to be thinking about the time. And when the manifestation does come into your fruition, you ain't going to be a bit more worried. You're going to think about, dog, seems like this came quicker than it's supposed to. That's the mindset you're being. So have some patience. In other words, trust, okay? And remember, if Horton hears a who in Whoville on a speck of dust, then surely Source hears every single request that you put in. So stop going back and forth with Source, asking him for the same old, because he's working on it, okay? You're going to get it. I'm going to go on that note, y'all. I'm almost at 8 minutes. I'll talk to y'all soon. I hope y'all understood what I said. I hope y'all got the gist of it. If you take just a little bit of what I'm telling you and apply to your life to the best of your ability, you won't ever have to mask a smile. Why? Because your smiles will always be genuine. I'll talk to y'all soon. Be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed. Y'all know what's coming next. Ciao.